Well, hello and welcome. Welcome back. So today we're going to do what's 35 records that everyone should have in their collection. And I didn't come up with a number so much as I just said I went through and I started pulling out. Yeah, you got to have Abbey Road in your collection. Yeah, you got to have some Doors. You got to have this. You got to, just. And now there's big bands like the Doors and there's Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. I didn't pull out every Led Zeppelin record you need. I just got the one I kind of more iconic one that you got to have that one in your collection. And I think I've got it nailed down pretty good. I think probably out of the 35, everybody's going to agree on at least 25 of them. And then varying on, I missed a couple here or, pick and choose once, but I bet you there's a solid at least 25 everybody will agree you've got to have. And I think we'll start off with Abbey Road here. Everybody, as far as the Beatles are concerned, they have just about every record they made was a great record, and it's worth owning. But if you're just going to have one, everybody's got to have Abbey Road. Such great songs on this record. Number 2, The Doors. And the Doors have a lot of really good records. A lot of people agree this is their best one. This is the one you've got to have in your collection. Riders on the Storm. What do we got on here? Loving Her Madly, LA Woman. Great record. Must have. Now these aren't in any kind of order, but next up, David Bowie. Ziggy Stardust, another record. If a lot of people don't have a lot of David Bowie in their collection, but they've got this one. This is the one that everybody's got because you've got to have Ziggy in your collection. Black Sabbath, another one. Now, you don't have to have all the Black Sabbath. A lot of people do. A lot of people have at least 10 Black Sabbath records in their collection, but if you're a new collector and you're not sure which ones to get or which one should I buy, my friend, he doesn't have any records, get him a record like this. This has got Iron Man on it. Every kid that's at least 10 years old, they all know the song. Great record. Another great iconic record everybody should have in their collection, Deep Purple, Machine Head. Fantastic record. Lots of great hits on this. It's like these records I'm showing, these ones, the records are all good. All the songs on them are great. It's not like, there's one hit. There's a one hit on these records. No, these are all great. Another one, Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And this is a double record. And again, there's not a bad song on the whole double LP. Great, iconic record. Classic. Everybody needs to own it. Now here we go. Led Zeppelin. We've got Led Zeppelin 4 I picked out of all of them. I think this is the most iconic and it has the most songs on here everybody knows. So if you don't have any Led Zeppelin, that's the first one you should get. Or if you know someone, they don't have any Led Zeppelin records, buy them this one. They're going to love it. All these records, everybody that has ever talked about them, this is, and according, now Yes is more a progressive band, but everybody agrees they think this is their favorite Yes LP. And everybody in the vinyl community, everybody has this record and everybody loves it. Again, another one. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. There's a lot of folks, this is their favorite record of all time. I mean, these records that we've got here, a lot of people, this is their favorite record. A great, iconic record again. The Who, Who's Next? Another great, UK band with a lot of great songs on this record. Some of their better hits are on Who's Next. Everybody needs to have that in there. And here we go. Ted Nugent, right? Now, the thing about this record is you got to have Stranglehold. You got to have that song in your collection. This is a great, great rock song. Stranglehold. Boston, their first record. Again, here's another record. It's iconic. About every song on it is everybody knows it. It's just a great, great record. Van Morrison Moondance. Another record, a little bit lighter, not so heavy, but everybody knows the songs on here because it's so iconic, it's so classic. Everybody should have this record in their record collection and get to know it and get to love all the songs on these records. Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell is not widely loved by everybody, but this is a record people should have a listen to. If you know folks that like more kind of, it's not really folk music, it's kind of like lighter rock music, but it's beautiful music, well written, well, played. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark. Every song on this record, from side one, it's flip it over, they're all fantastic songs on here. Just a great record. Everybody needs to have it. And again, here we go, Love, Forever Changes. It's another iconic record. This is more of a psych rock, older style, early rock here, but very well done. All the songs on here are really good songs, and everybody should have a listen. And there's another thing about these records that I'm showing. If you don't know the title, you'd owe it to yourself to go on YouTube and listen to these titles, because everybody should be familiar with these records, and you should have them in your collection, and at least you should at some point listen to it and make a decision. Yeah, that's something I need to own. These are all my favorites, and for this record here is iconic because it's got all their, Jesus Just Left Chicago, and lots of great songs on this record here. I mean, people that you must have. I mean, I would not, Desert Island record for sure. Here's another record, Nirvana Nevermind. I think everybody needs to have this one. It's a little harder rock now, but like I said, if you're not sure what the record is, have a listen to it. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. And there's a lot of Pink Floyd records everybody needs to own, but if you don't have any, this is the first one you should pick up, and you're going to absolutely love it. Roxy Music Avalon. Not everybody likes all the Roxy Music records like I do, but everybody does like this Roxy Music record. This transcends everybody's kinds of tastes and everything. Everybody loves this record. This is just a great record. Roxy Music Avalon. Supertramp, Crime of the Century. And it really doesn't matter which version you find of this record, it's going to sound fantastic. This is one of those records, it doesn't matter if it's a non-audiophile or audiophile or whatever, this sounds wonderful. And all the songs on here are great too. Supertramp, Crime of the Century. It's one of those records everybody should have in their collection. Cat Stevens, Tea for the Tillerman. This is another iconic record from the early 70s, classic rock, well written, wonderfully performed, just an all-around masterpiece of a record. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. While this isn't one of my favorite top 10 records, yeah, I think it's a record that everybody loves. And if you're shopping for somebody and they don't have any of this, get them this record, and I'm sure they're going to really love it. How about the Rolling Stones? If you don't have any Rolling Stones, you need to seek out this one here. This is, I think, their best record. And they have got a lot of other ones that have come very close to this. But if you're just going to get the one Rolling Stones record, everybody needs to have this record. This is the point. There's a lot of great Rolling Stones records, but everybody needs this one. Right? Right. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. Again, so many great Steely Dan records, but everybody loves this record and everybody needs to own this one. Can't Buy a Thrill. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. Not everybody knows about this record, but everybody that does hear it loves it, and they can't wait to buy it. It's just one of those records that the guitar playing is so good on here, and it's a must own, must understand, must know record. Must have. Another iconic record everybody should have in their collection, And if you're not familiar with it, after a few plays, you're going to fall in love with this record, and it's going to be part of your collection. It's just a great record. The Captain and Me, the Doobie Brothers. This is another record with a lot of great tunes, a lot of hits on this record, and it's well done, well played, great. Just a great record. Everybody should be familiar with this and have some Doobie Brothers in their record collection. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Well, this is a little bit more of a progressive sounding record. The piano playing, the drumming, guitars, the singing, everything is exceptionally good on these Emerson, Lake, and especially on this one, I think is their best one. It's a toss-up between 3-4 records, which is the best, but I pulled this one out. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Now we got some Creedence Clearwater Revival. Everybody needs a little bit of that in their collection. If you don't have any, they've got a greatest hits record. It's a double record. It's a good place to start. And this for one of their single titles, I think this is one of the best ones of their single titles. Got some of my favorite songs on here. Okay, now we're going to go to a little bit newer. Elvis Costello, Get Happy. This has got about 20 songs on here. Kind of poppy, but I mean, the songwriting is phenomenal. He could have made 2 records out of this, or he could have made a double record out of this, but it's one record, and every song on it is just fantastic. The songwriting on here and the playing, instrumentation, everything is phenomenal. Okay. Alice Cooper, Love It to Death. This is maybe not one of the well-known Alice Cooper records, but this is by far his best one. And the songs on here, when you get to know the songs on here, yeah, this is going to be one of your favorite records in your record collection. This is a record I recommend everybody should own, this Alice Cooper record. It's so good. Dire Straits. This is their first LP. This is an iconic record again, Dire Straits. This is a very, very good record. I think everybody needs to own this record as well and have it in their record collection. Genesis, Selling England by the Pound. Again, a little bit more progressive. You know, Phil Collins is in this band. Everybody knows him. This is some of his best work. This is a really good record on many, many levels for many reasons. Heart. Again, a classic record, classic song, well done. And these records, that you can get them, they sound phenomenal. And everybody needs to have this in their record collection. And then, a little bit different. We're getting down to number 35, a little bit of that heavy metal stuff. But, you know, everybody should have something like this in their record collection. And that's going to do it for my top 35 records everybody should own. And I think if you go through the title, you're going to agree. There's 25 that you agree with me on this, or maybe more. And there could have been a lot of other records I could have put in here, but I think we've got it narrowed down for, you know, everybody's tastes in music. A lot of people will agree on these records are ones that are must-owns. And thanks so much for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. If you're just tuning in, you stayed this long. I'm putting out a lot of videos, so you can subscribe and you can get notified when I'm going to make a new one. And bye for now.